Well, we're live now. I'd like to introduce Rixy. Say what up,
Going
Rixy.
on? Hi.
You may have seen Rixy if you've been tuning in with Sokka's tarot card reading. Very cool. But to change it up a little bit, we're going to talk about the DAP Gallery and our upcoming art show featuring Rixy and the crew. So we know it's Midnight Funk. We know it's 10/13, October 13th, 5 to 8. You know, you've seen it advertised, but can you tell us a little bit about the show and the collective?
For sure. So Midnight Funk is this dope ass. I don't even know, man. Like, we're just kind of like putting 100% of ourselves with this collection. Like, we've been friends for a little bit and always wanted to see each other interact and have our work together and not be part of somebody else's thing. You know, we wanted full reins on like, this is how we feel about our work individually and as, you know, emerging artists and how we support each other. So we really wanted to.
So this is the first sort of, this is the formation of the collective?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my God.
So we're really excited. Like,
I'm getting goosebumps,
I
yeah.
know.
Wow.
Tears.
And the collective is Midnight Funk.
Well, the show is.
Okay, the show is. Okay. Well,
We've had like silly names when we go to trivia night, you know?
Okay, yeah,
We were
yeah.
Picasso's pimps. But we sucked at
Cool.
trivia night
Okay,
all
sure.
the time. But this is basically like us as friends and just respecting each other as artists. Like, hey, do you want to do something together? Like, we should do something together since we always do things together anyways.
Yeah, because I think you actually hit me up and you said, hey, let's do a little show.
Yeah.
So this was all on you. But then once we took over the space, we wanted to do it for a whole month. So.
Hell yeah, yeah. I think we only had like 1 day plan because we just didn't know like how we were gonna settle into this. I don't remember.
It's just funny now because for months now I've been like, okay, it's like upcoming show, ready for the show. But
Yeah,
months
now
ago it was just a glimmer in the eye.
Now we're 1 week away.
Wow.
And it's
Oh
very
my
exciting.
gosh.
Yeah, I know. It's really exciting.
Yeah, I mean, if you're tuning in out there, you can get down to Dorchester, come see what's going on here, hang in the lounge, and there'll be an installation in progress.
So Seiji's set up in the other room right now, and she's working on the installation. We're having a mural installation room, so it could be mixed media. I'll have a projection going on of a video that I made.
So you're going straight on the wall.
So we're doing all wall stuff
Okay.
in the smaller gallery space.
Okay.
And we're doing all of our canvas and bigger works in the larger gallery space.
Huh.
The smaller room is going to have a lot of mixed media murals. So Seiji's putting up some really funky, reflective pieces of like glass and plastic
Saw
right
that
now.
on the floor. I was wondering.
Yeah,
what
she's
that
putting
is.
that up on the wall. We'll be drawing and painting on the wall because we're muralists. And just whatever we can that like really shows all of our stuff, because at the end of the day it's so cool that like all of our things mix together, like very complementary.
Wow, this is so exciting because it's like, you know, I'm the director of the Dorchester Art Project, but really that just means that I make sure that the rent is collected and that we don't lose the lease. So it's like cool and all. I'm director. Yes, a very important role. But then people are like, "Tell me about this art show," and sometimes I don't fully know until like it happens. You know, so in this moment, live on TV, on you know what I mean, the internet. Modern TV.
Modern TV.
You're watching me actually discover and learn this stuff. And it's really just exciting. I mean, well, I know Rixy, I know Mateo, one of our tenants, so I know Mateo really well because I collect their rent.
Yeah.
But who else do we got in the collective?
So we have Mateo Fitz, does amazing, really cool, like surrealist realism. That's like so
Instagram
ironic.
is
It's Misfit Muses,
Okay.
MISFIT, Misfit, and then Muses, like, you know, you
See
my
your work.
muse.
Yeah, look it up.
So she's dope. We have Sage Evangelina. She does a lot of really cool eccentric, like, clean line works, very technical. She's Rasta Grandpa
Is
on
she
Instagram.
the one that did that tunnel, the black and white tunnel?
Yeah, she did a tunnel. Can't remember the
Is
college
it
campus.
Bridgewater State?
I think so.
Okay,
I know
'cause-
it was like a college campus, a little not too close to Boston town.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is because I went there for 1 year before I transferred to UMass Boston.
Okay, cool. So
And I remember being like, "This is the most psychedelic tunnel."
yeah, no, she's dope.
Okay,
She has some
coming full
really
circle.
great line work.
Rasta
going.
Grandpa.
Rasta Grandpa. We got Curtis. He does these cool faces, a lot of abstract work. I don't know how to do abstract for shit. So that's all on him. He's dope. Does a lot of very cool live painting stuff in walls as well. And then
And so there's 5.
4.
Oh, so 4. Okay.
And then myself.
And then you.
Yeah, so
Tell
I
us
do.
about you.
I do all my cartoons and illustrations. Little girls and people with like boogers or farts and everything we do that we don't like to talk about.
Of course, and it's at Rixy.
Oh yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
Sorry.
It's at Rixy, RIXYFZ. All multimedia, illustration, street art, contemporary work, just really cool things that you could definitely see us putting all of ourselves into it. Like
So sick.
it's so hard to not talk about my work and not like get really childish about it, but legit, like that's my
It better be
base.
fun, otherwise, what are you doing?
Right, honestly, man.
And we talked a little bit about, before we went live, we were talking about just kind of like working and how you sort of like, you know, you're a hustler and you struggle to sort of make your ends with your art. How's that going? I mean, it sounds like it's going all right. You're teaching a little.
It's great. Like, you know, life happens, so you definitely start to learn your path little by little. Like, you know, a few years ago, I was like doing retail and all this shit that I hated.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking fold clothes anymore other than my own laundry.
Yeah.
I don't even like doing that.
Yeah.
So why am I going to do it for somebody else? But I'm an educator now, and it's beautiful because I get to, like, still do my freelancing. So I do, like, marketing and PR stuff, all the hustles that I possibly can.
So sick.
But still putting 100% into it because at the end of the day, they're all connected to art making and helping other people with their art making. So it's like I don't get upset. Like,
Yeah, even if you're not making your own art, you're like it's more whatever, it's art focused as opposed to like folding, you know, whatever,
Exactly.
doing or working as a barista or something.
Yeah, for me,
Although
I'm just
some
a lot
baristas,
happier.
that's their art.
I was about
So
to say,
respect to the baristas.
the little flower making, I can't do that.
That's not me.
Coffee is an art form. That's not I. But it's
So
still
sick.
everybody's art form is their own art form. I think that's what it is. So
Yeah, it is interesting. I wish like almost more people, like, I feel like it should be like a requirement or something. I mean, especially rich people, but people should like have to sort of like do the food service job for at least 6 months or something. You know, like a minimum requirement of like citizens to like do this work that is like undervalued and underpaid, and just to get that perspective. Because I mean, you and I got it naturally. We like work these grunt jobs and like shit jobs.
But now we understand like other people's situations. Yeah, like earlier today, someone was like, somebody was late. I'm like, I understand. Things happen at work. But I think people that don't get to go through those gritty jobs, they just like, they like to, there's a division with everything.
Yeah, it's certainly not an equation or anything, but I definitely think like you have the crappy job, you get a better job, and you kind of like appreciate those people who are doing it.
Oh yeah, there's definitely things I learned there that I still do. Like, for me to be able to do these jobs and be so good at like talking to other people is because I had to talk all the time in retail.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know.
What about
learning.
yeah, I mean, but what about the kids you're working with? Is there an age range? You want to talk about the kids?
I do preschool over summer because they're like little puppies. I'm not comparing them to animals,
No.
but like they'll cry when somebody doesn't share a toy and they just fall in my lap and cry, and I'm just.
So that's like
It's
what,
okay.
4?
Yeah, they're like 4 and 5, and that's just general. But I do high schoolers right now, so it's a lot of just like trying to inspire and unlock creativity. That's what I'm realizing. It's just like I've always wanted to work in schools or with kids that age because I remember being that age and I wasn't not allowed, but like art was kind of like pushed off to the side. You know, like artist wasn't a job at that moment, or like thinking that you wanted to do art was like, you're not, go to law, go to medicine. Like, how are you gonna make money? So it's definitely something that I try to tell kids, you can do it and make money.
Wow, that's so important.
It's
That's
okay to be creative, and they're so scared.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you need creativity to do business
Oh
and
my
other
God.
jobs
Are you
anyways.
hearing this tonight? Oh my God. We've been working on our mission statement, the Brain Arts Organization, like new mission statement.
Got you.
And part of it is about sort of like, you know, society doesn't value artists. And even though art and design are a part of every single object that you have, you know, and that, you know, like, yeah, it's like, it's essential, like, it's still undervalued. And I think that's like, wow, it's just like, yeah, it's touching. You're doing that work. We're doing that work as a nonprofit. And,
you guys are, and that's another thing. It's just like doing it in the community that is like for people that are here, that are from here locally. Because like I was having this conversation with like other places around Boston, it's still people that are not from Boston or don't relate back to Boston. They're not connected, or like they're not of the community. So it's kind of just like Dorchester Art Project really makes you kind of feel a lot more fitted.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
I'm so glad to hear that. I mean, I don't know. It's
I
not
love this
like,
spot.
yeah, I mean, I don't want to give people a pass, but like until you have that moment where like clicks, like you're not thinking about like the space that you occupy and who's been there. You know what I mean? Like we're a city of transplants, and like Alston is just all these people who aren't from Alston, and you know, and every neighbor kind of has that.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
you know, and even moving in here, like I think we even like got the lease before I sort of had that like epiphany, you know, which is like everyone's like, duh, yo, but like the people who are here, like it must be for them. Otherwise, it just ain't right. I don't know.
Right.
Like I don't know what else to say. It just ain't right.
This spot is definitely for the people that's around here, or just that want to appreciate the community a lot more than like SOA or any other places that, you know what I mean? Like it's just like this one feels a lot homier and like intentional. So that's cool.
Well, we do, you know, our whole thing is just doing something with nothing. I mean, that's why we're asking for your donations. That's why we're holding this 24-hour stunt and trying to raise money. But hey, it worked last year and we got the space, and you know, you donors trusted us with your money, and now we've got this space, and we got Rixy here, and you know, the door is open. Any Dorchester people who are listening, like we're here for you.
Come through. It's awesome spot.
Yeah. So I mean, everybody, come check it out. Get on down here. You can give us a call. You can email us. Remember to donate. Remember to share the link, I guess, and share this, expand the network or whatever. I just want to make sure I cover that stuff. But, you're from here.
Yes.
But you've been living away for a bit, or?
Yeah, traveled around for sure. But definitely glad to be back here to settle some bigger roots. So this show is going to be dope. We're extremely excited. We want to see people. We want to see a lot of POCs or anybody that can just respect our communities and circles to realize that we're really trying to like show what Boston has.
So we're excited. October 13th is the opening.
October 13th is the opening reception. Next Saturday, 5 to 8, all ages.
Oh my God, is it
Bring
next
your
Saturday?
saggy titty aunties and your babies. And then come to our Soul Train closing party on the 27th. Very Halloweeny, funky, groovy. Move and just enjoy some sharing of love and space.
So good. I'm pumped.
Yeah,
and you're feeling good about the install?
Yeah.
Everything's like, you got all your pieces, you're ready to do this?
We know this.
Are you going to do the murals? Are you going to be here like all night muraling?
I'll be here tomorrow in the morning. So probably a little closer to the end of telethon, but enough to be
very exciting. Hopefully we'll be towards our goal, $15,000.
Y'all will.
I think we will. I mean, we're at can we get a count tonight?
Now, right?
3,000?
Almost a 5, almost a third. No.
Wait, how much is it? What's the number? Just say it.
381.